So hello everyone, welcome back to another live trading session. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Video live, whatever you want to call it. Alright, let's get popping. So today actually Bitcoin broke down to a low of 72.7k, which is actually cooked, which is actually super cooked. We did go in for a long position and we got absolutely, well, we got such a bad, yeah, you can see we did some nice trades here for SUI, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then these three trades didn't quite go through. Down nearly 400 on all of those right there. So yeah, it's a bit of an unfortunate event, but I don't know, it just sounded like my AC unit just started to blow up, but okay. It's blown up. No, it's not, I'm joking. Anyway, let's get straight down to Bitcoin. So today we have got some very interesting things that will be happening for Bitcoin. Currently, we're set at 73.2k. On Everdex we currently are 73.3k, so a slight change in price there, and we made a low actually of 70, let's have a look, $72.618k. That is crazy. So yeah, right now I am expecting some kind of shift towards the upside. We'll get Glint open just so we can actually have the news rolling in, you know, so we can position ourselves the best we can. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What are we looking like? We've got about an hour until the US market opens, so we'll see what we get on that. We still seem to be leaning to that downside though. But yeah, the lowest we've currently came to was that 72k. Yeah, it's not looking too good right now. Like, look at the volatility in the market right now. It's very sharp. If I do say so. Now, if we look at, let's say, crude oil. It seems to be cooling down though. There was a big so we did see a big push towards the upside at 92.586 for today. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, Ethereum is now at 2K. No, it's at 1.98K actually. So Ethereum is looking pretty weak as well. You can see 1.982K is what we have for Ethereum. I believe it will continue towards that downside up until maybe this kind of region here, where you can see we've got rejection, a big rejection from this bearish candle. So we could come in for a nice position on that. We'll come in for a short on Bitcoin as well. We'll do just them two for now until obviously we see some kind of nicer kind of indication. Yes, we still are on a big move towards that downside. MACD is still leaning towards the downside. RSI is in 28 of relative strength. So like I said, we might struggle a little bit through this area, but I am expecting a move down to, let's say, that 72K area again. Overall market sentiment doesn't seem to be improving whatsoever. Tensions at a 90, which is crazy. US Iran strike, Snowflake, Swords, Robinhood, new AI tools. Yeah, I don't think that's too. We'll have a look on Twitter actually. Oh no, I've just turned it off. So what we'll do is we will have a look. Tension's coming down ever so slightly, but you can see we are still continuing to that push for the downside, so that is really, really good. I'm expecting that move to continue up to 72,930. Let's do that. 72,930. And then for Ethereum, we can be looking at, let's say, 1974. So as price does obviously still continue pushing towards that downside, we will be coming in for an increased stop loss, just in case, you know, market does shift. And yeah, so obviously still get a nice profit, even though market is obviously shifted. We've got some rejection there, well, a pretty big rejection. You can see the big push back from the buyers right there. So this could be a level we struggle to get through. Now, liquidity wise, we are looking towards 70. Well, let's just say 72.2, so 72.4. Yeah, 72.2K is where we have 122 million sat. But the question is, are we going to get a continued move towards that downside, even past this major support level that we have in the 1 hour time frame? That is the big question. Now let's have a look at gold actually as well today. I believe gold will start continuing to push towards the upside. This is where we was at yesterday. We come for a big push actually. Well, we came for a pretty insane push. So in the space of, let's say, 4 AM up until 7 AM, we saw a price drop of 4.444K to about 4.36K, which is pretty crazy. we shifted towards the upside now. Yeah, we're slightly shifted towards the upside, but it's not a clear indication that obviously this move is going to continue. We've just been obviously rejected from that level. You can see we came to that level, we came exactly to that low, and yeah, we've been rejected. So we've still got room to continue this move, but up until, let's say, we get past this peak here, then I will be kind of obviously closing that trade. Holy shit. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. Just random moves like this. Like, what even is that? Like, look at that strength there. That is insane. That is the strongest candle we have seen for a very long time now. It's stronger than all of these candles that we've had in the past. Even all these bullish ones. Well, this one is insane. Like, look at the movement. Look at the movement. It's crazy. 72.7k to 73.1k. That is insane. Like, just look how massive that candle actually is. Crazy, crazy. So right now there isn't a real kind of way to predict where price is headed. It wasn't easy yesterday, it's not going to be easy today, so well, obviously we will try our best, try to get in the best positions that we can, but we'll see, we'll see. So it seems we were trying to make an uptrend, but I believe we have some weakness here, but then we kind of continued, and now we've made a lower low, which kind of defeats this whole pattern that we was trying to you know, make. You can see high, higher high, higher high. Like, what is that right there? Someone please tell me. Someone please tell me what on earth have we just seen in this massive, massive move? That is insane. Should we try catch that move? Let's have a look. $150 million. Where is it sat? I believe it's in that middle. Yeah, it's in the middle there. No, it's not. 144. Yeah, so it's sat at 74.2k. 74.2k could be kind of an area we are coming to. Right now, we are slowly looking towards that upside. So I'm still in the same price range as I was. So I reckon I'm going to come in for a Pudgy Penguins trade as well. And we'll go XRP2. April PC inflation, the Fed's preferred inflation measure rises to 3.8%, the highest since May. Core PCE inflation rises to 3.3%, the highest since October. The Fed's top inflation metric is nearly double their target. Inflation is back in full swing. Cooked. Let's have a look. Was that a move from something that just hit the market? 330. Yes, that was. You can see 330. Price, no, it wasn't GDP. It was, yeah, PCE inflation. Core PC price index might have been that one, I believe. So the Kubasi letter just posted, actually, the breaking PC inflation. I think we're gonna have to short that position though. Otherwise, we'll get cooked. As inflation is not good for anyone. So I'm expecting now a move towards that downside. There we go. So we'll see it on Glint now. As the news starts rolling in, it's good that we actually got a very fast signal there. Well, US Core PC Index, previous 3.3. There we go. That's exactly why I exit that trade. This is a very bearish signal. That news that we just got was very, very bearish. It's not obviously a dump. It's not obviously a dumping one, but it is a signal that it's not going to be positive for the market whatsoever. Inflation is never good. Inflation is never good for us. We're seeing a very bearish move for Bitcoin right now. Very bearish move. seeing a slight pushback from the buyers though, but we need to see that momentum continuing and pushing further towards that downside. You can see buyers are stepping in right there, which is not what we wanted to see, but that is what we are currently getting. We still have a lot of liquidity at 72.2k. So XRP, Pudgy Penguins and Sui just came in for zeros, while Bitcoin is still in profit. Let's have a look at the outflows. Slightly better, but still bad. So we've come past that previous high on Sui, but Bitcoin's still got a lot of space to continue that move to the downside. So currently we do seem to still be making those lower highs, lower lows. That is looking obviously for Bitcoin. So you can see we've got the high, low, high, kind of the lower area here. High, low, sorry, and then a high again. So we'll see what we get for Bitcoin. If we continue this move towards the downside and we obviously don't break this previous peak, then we could be still in a pretty nice position. Otherwise, we could see a potential move past that previous high. But you can see we've got some rejection right now. We've still got about 20 seconds left on that candle there to fully form. We'll have a look on flow, what we've got going on. You can see a big rejection here as well. So price is currently struggling to surpass that previous peak. Now mid is slightly bearish, retail is slightly bearish, whales are still bullish though. There is pretty heavy buying pressure right now though, so I believe we are going to be continuing that move towards the upside, but we'll see. Want to see some indecision and a break to that downside. So yeah, looking in the larger time frame, you can see we are kind of in for that downwards movement. We've got a high there, but this high has actually surpassed that previous one, which is not too good. We've got some rejection, but we'll see. It's obviously not big enough to obviously come back through that price level, and I believe Sui has significantly jumped up But I believe we've got a neckline here for Sui though. So we have obviously that divot in the middle, and then you can see it's been rejected twice from that neckline. But currently we do seem to have, yeah, it does look like RSI is curling to that downside. So is stochastic, and I believe, yeah, there's less selling pressure now. You can see from kind of that bar there, and MACD does seem to be leaning towards that downside, which is a good sign. It's a very split decision right now. We can't seem to be getting past that previous high, and the market right now is kind of undecided of where it wants to go. So we've actually nearly come back within that level that we entered at for Bitcoin. We're looking better on Pudgy Penguins. Well, we're looking better overall. We just need to come back within that level and continue pushing to that downside. I believe you have a hammer candle there, so that is an indication for a move to that downside. So that is what I'm expecting right now. There is no improved market sentiment either, so macro news is a heavy driver within the markets right now, and we've not really seen any positive news or anything that's kind of going to push that price up, make investors feel safer, traders feel safer. So yeah, the overall market right now is still on that negative kind of scared approach. Now, whales are slightly bullish, mid is slightly bearish, and retail is bearish. But you can see we are kind of curling to that downside right now. We'll have a quick indicator wise. You can see we are coming in for a crossover on the MACD. We're making lower lows by the looks of it for the RSI. And RSI does look to be leaning towards that downside as well. Buying pressure has decreased quite a lot. You can see compared to obviously this kind of area that we had, relatively large green bars. You can see it kind of died down here. Less buying pressure, and then even less in this area. So I am expecting now a curl off to that downside. As you can see, we've seen that kind of same thing here. So you've got more buying pressure here, a little bit less, and then the sellers obviously come in and push that price back down. So I'm expecting a stronger push towards the downside right now. That's unless obviously we have more buying pressure coming into the market. Yeah, we've got some little bit more buying pressure in the market right now, but I still am leaning toward that downside. Yeah, I think we might have to exit those positions. We've got a big breakout to the upside right there, so yeah, if we stayed in that, we would have been pretty cooked. But right now, it's not looking too good. I mean, we're looking towards the downside. You can see we kind of got this move going on. You can see we've kind of well, we've got confirmation from all these candles there, and here as well. But we've slightly broke through. This could still be obviously a fake out. Obviously, we have to come back within this key level, and then we can kind of call it a fake out. But right now, it could still be a strong move, but we have a lot of selling pressure here right now. So if we do come back within that level, we could see a potential move towards that downside. And when we get that move to the downside, I will be in a pretty good position to come in for a long one. So that's kind of what we've got right now. You can see we're making lower highs, lower lows. We had a bit of a consolidation zone here, but we did get some confirmation from that support level. But right now we are. So you can see that was the first kind of high. Then we have the low, second high, second. Well, we could actually we'll go here actually, because that is the lowest where price obviously went. We had a little bit of consolidation. The next high and the next low. And then you can see we've had weakness here towards the downside, and we have come up towards the upside like this. So you can see we've had rejection from that level, and then a stronger push from the buyers again. Rejection from that level, and now a push through it. So it currently does look like a genuine move. But we'll see. We'll see if it comes back within that level. If it does, then we may be in for a long position. If not, then yeah, we'll probably be in for that move toward the downside. So we are slowly coming back within that level, which is a good sign. So this could have actually been a fake out. You can see MACD is leaning towards that downside now. Our side is getting weaker, but we still have some strength obviously within it. So potentially we could see a continuation back into this level. May see some rejection from obviously here, but then I still am expecting a move towards the downside. When we come to this support level, I will definitely be coming in for a long position, as I am expecting market sentiment to improve today. And you can see we'll get some rejection from this level here. So price does come back down, we'll see some rejection, and then maybe a bounce a little back, and then a continuation towards the downside. But for now, obviously we could still be in for that continued move towards the upside, but you can see the sellers do seem to be in control right now. Buying pressure has decreased significantly actually. You can see the buying pressure compared to this area, and now this area here. So I'm expecting actually more strength from the sellers, unless obviously buys are still in control. So all indicators are still leaning towards the downside, especially MACD. You can see we are coming, we've just crossed over right there. So a move towards the downside does look to be a little bit more clear right now, which is a good sign. Yeah, so we've had a crossover from the MACD right now. So you can actually see how we've had some rejection from this candle. You can see the wick here perfectly touches there. You can see some rejection from this level. You can see that this level is kind of valid in this area. Well, we need to see more selling pressure if that price was to continue to that downside. We did actually come close to that liquidity, but I'm not sure when that liquidity was obviously there. So 72.2k is kind of where we have that sat, and the low we created was 72.61. Now currently we are trading within 73.4k, but yeah, there's some indecision in the market right now. You can see these the size of these candles, indecision for both sides. You can see this bullish candle, definitely big wick in the upside, big wick in the downside. So market doesn't really know where to go right now. 157 million, that's pretty big. So yeah, I mean, and that is still for the upside. That's at 75.7k. What else have we got? 130 million liquidity at 73.7k. So where's that 157? I'm a little bit curious. Oh, in the upside. So 75.7k is kind of where we could aim to go actually. Yeah, so price is now obviously it's broken this key level that we was trading in. You can see trading within this level, confirmation from both levels, support and resistance. You can see confirmation there, here, there again. So we were trading within this level. We've got some news, let's have a look. Forming a wall of steel, the US naval blockade has ensured a record low amount of Iranian crude on the water. We will also be shutting down both Iranian airlines, access to landing spots, refueling and ticket sales. So, just based off on that, sounds like Iran is cooked. Sounds like Iran is heavily cooked. Right, let's have a look. Oh. Whales are slightly bearish, mid is slightly bearish, while everyone is leaning to the bearish side right now. We have actually broken above we've actually made a nice push for the upside. You can see we've got a rejection at this level here, so we failed to come to that downside where we have the support level. You can see based on obviously the rejection from this red candle, what you want to call it, is a bearish one. That's the right kind of terms to use. So pretty much price came down, buyers pushed it back aggressively, not letting it come down even further and touch this level here. So now we made obviously a shift towards the upside, got rejection from that level, you can see, and then pushed through it pretty heavily. Now we did come back down, and I believe we'll still continue that move until up until the upside, but we need to actually firstly clear this previous high. So right now this is kind of an area I'm going to be watching for, as we do need to clear this area here. And well, potentially actually we do need to clear these previous highs as well. So here and here is where we actually need to clear as well. So that's kind of what we got right now. So first of all, we need to come above and actually claim that level of, let's say we need to hold above this level of 73k. Well, actually we need to clear those highs, so we could come down a little bit further. So let's say, so within 73.6k we can start to be looking towards a more positive upside, but for now we kind of are a little bit like on the more skeptical side, as there is no real, you can see there's no real direction of price. But if we do come back within this level, we can definitely expect to move towards the support level. And like I said, from the support level I will be coming in for a position towards the upside, as market sentiment does seem to be getting better. But on the other hand, I don't know, but I don't think Bitcoin's price will come down to, let's say, past 72k. I mean, Ethereum is already below 2k, which is crazy, and we've made a low of 72.618k, and you can see the amount of rejection we've actually got right there from that level. So we've got 73. Well, we've nearly got $800 in obviously that difference in price. So pretty much this kind of gap. It's a pretty decent amount of rejection, you can see. But obviously we're still to see. So now we should see another candle forming. Well, this is a good way to end this obviously candle. So we are currently slightly below the long-term support level that we have in this daily time frame. So we're aiming to either 66 or 68k, which would be just a little bit higher, so just about there, or it could be to 85k plus. So, but first of all, we'd need to clear, well, first of all 75k, then 77. And then once we actually clear 78k, which we've had many rejections at, which is obviously right there. So we've had many rejections from 78k in the past. Well, this what is it, a week or two that we've been trading. So you can actually see the rejections very clearly. So you can see that these candles have fully touched that level. Rejection, 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 rejection. Many rejections from that 78k level, which is not too good, but it shows that we've obviously had a fail for that level. So we've obviously had a low here, and then a lower low here, and then it looks to me like we're going to be making a lower low here and a potential move back up to, let's say, 80k plus. 80k plus would give us a nice move towards the upside, but previous years we've actually seen, previous years we've seen, for example, what we saw here was, let me just get all this back in here. So we had a high of 64.9k, and then April 14th it all broke those all-time highs. So we've had an all-time high here, all-time high, All-time high we've got obviously in this area, here as well, here as well. Obviously market moves from the left to right. So at one point we even had a high of 9k. So what we've got here, a high of 13.8k. That was the all-time high at June 26, 2019. So obviously we came for that move and we dropped 35%. And yeah, obviously we failed to break above 12k, and yeah, you can see the choppy price action we've got. But we did make those lower lows, looking for that downtrend. But you can see we made those lower lows. Lower highs aren't actually being made in this structure, but that's a very important place in the market. So we dropped 35% at that area there. Now obviously April 14th we broke all these highs, so we have a high here, here as well. So obviously we've broken them all. Price was at 64.9k. Looks like a clean, oh my god, I can't even speak. Looked like a clean breakout, and then we obviously came for a massive move to the downside. Now, we did move from 64 to 30k, which is a 50% drop. See, all the way down to 30k, which was, well, 28k if you want to be a little bit more realistic, but yeah, pretty much about 30k. Then we obviously broke those all-time highs again, 67k, and then another one to 69k, and then a drop to the downside with a 52.17% move. Now, looking in, let's have a look, monthly time frame. Right, so actually let's have a look in the weekly. So here we have so this was the first buying phase. Obviously we have a selling phase here, buy phase, yeah, obviously buy phase here again, and it looks to me like a buy phase again for Bitcoin, but it's still obviously too early to tell. I believe we are coming to a very important resistance level. So you can see price has been rejected from that resistance level, so a lower move towards 60k, I don't think we'll go lower than 60k. 60k is kind of the limit. You can see all of these rejections from that level, many days. So we've got from the Friday of 2024 till the October of 2024. So all those rejections, and then a perfect rejection from that level there. So anyway, so right now we are looking to be moving towards that upside. I believe we've got some, I've actually come back within that level, I think. Yeah, like I said, so we've actually come back within that level. Price didn't obviously continue. We didn't have enough momentum and strength to continue that move. So ideally, right now we could come in for a position at 73.2k. So we'll see if price actually does come that low, and then yeah, we'll see what happens from there. Iran targets US base in Kuwait in second clash this week. I mean, that's not good. That is not good. Tensions at 89. That is crazy. Oh my god, I've just deleted it. So like I said, unless we obviously get some rejection at this level, I will be expecting a continuation towards the downside. So we could either see something like this. Let me just get rid of that. So something like that, or a continued move past that level. So price could obviously come to even this low, and we could still get rejected and move towards the upside. But still, we can now still be prepared for a continued move to that support level. And it looks like we've got some rejection there. But we'll see if sellers are still in control. If sellers are still in control, then it's really, really good. So it looks like we have coming for a further push to the downside. So realistically, like I said, we can come in for a trade once we get to the support level. Let me just extend that a little bit more. So once price hits this level, let me just mark that. So once price hits this zone, we can come in for a long position towards the upside. As you can see, we've been trading within this level for many, well, from 12 o'clock today. So we've got about 4 hours of a nice bearish downtrend. But the fact that we have a lot of buying pressure here and an attempt to obviously break out and continue to the upside looks to me like we are going to continue higher. But we've just got obviously those conflicts and stuff, so yeah. Let's have a look on SUI. Yeah, it's not clear. There's no clear indication. But for Bitcoin, we will be coming in for that push, I believe, from that support level right there. So we are going to wait a little bit longer until we see confirmation. So a confirmation would pretty much be a candle touching that level perfectly, a candle wick. So you can see here we've got a touch there as well. So yeah, we need to see some confirmation. I am actually going to quickly nip out, and I'll be back in literally 2 minutes. Right, I believe I've slightly not clocked that move. I believe we'll get a push towards the upside now though. Ethereum. I'll have a look at Pippin actually. I believe that'll make a push to the upside as well. And then Link. Oh, is that how we're doing? Is that what we're doing right now? Really? I mean, I'm still not worried though, because Bitcoin's got a lot of room to continue this whole move. And we saw a huge buying pressure at the top, you can see, look at all that. Failure to come to the downside, and then a big push in that upper range. Yeah, you can see we've got buying pressure now back in the market. We're short on crude oil. Do 91.50 for crude oil. 91.50. Ooh, we've got some rejection there though. We have got some rejection there. Let's have a go on unfortunate. We are getting a stronger push towards the upside, but we're still getting rejection as well, which is not what I want to be seeing really. And that's the move we've just got. Fuck. Question is, are we going to come to that level of 72.3k? I mean, it's an even lower low, which is not good. But most of the liquidity is still in the upside, so 74.2k is kind of where it's all at. There is honestly no actual structure on Bitcoin. Like, what are we actually seeing right now? What are we actually seeing right now? I mean, I'm looking for more rejection and a stronger impulse from the buyers. But you can see RSI is getting very, very weak. MACD is looking to bottom out as well. Yeah, stochastic is well below that line. So what what is going on right now? What is actually going on right now? Well, the thing is, we are getting, well, rejected multiple times. You can see the size of these candle wicks from this big bearish move. So you can see rejection here as well. Rejection with. I've got no comments. I've got no comments. This is absolute cinema. This is absolute cinema. I've got nothing to say. No, we're gonna have to close those positions, honestly. That is cooked. Like what? 'Cooked. So the US market opens in, well, 30 minutes. Not 30 minutes, 4 minutes. So judging from those strikes that we've just received, ideally I'd be, I mean, from the fact that we've broken this structure fully, it seems to me that we're going to continue even lower as, well, the US market hasn't had any, play in the game just yet. So we could definitely see a move towards that downside for Bitcoin, and that is where we are going to be looking for. Look for SUI as well, as I heavily lean to that downside still. Three minutes. Hello, hello. I mean, we've been rising pretty nicely for gold. I mean, I am expecting a move to that downside from what's it called, from the US market open right now. So we've got 1 minute, right? And I will. Well, I'm still leaning to that downside now that we've obviously broke this pattern fully. So I believe this was the buyer trying to break out, but the thing is, I was expecting a move from this support level, as you know, buyers didn't have enough momentum, and then yeah, I would have expected a move to the downside and then a move back up to that resistance level, but that's not what we saw. We saw a move towards the downside pretty heavily. But we still have a lot of liquidity in the upside, 148 million. But then 134 at 72.3k. So that is a pretty big amount. So the US market is open now. Along Bitcoin until 75k maybe, and my stop loss is 72,750. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin right now, the whole market right now is just so cooked. Like oh, I can't even trade anymore. Like every day feels, every day is cooked. I don't know. It's just. It's not been good. It's not been good lately at all. I want to see that selling pressure continue all the way to 72k. What is going on? What is going on with Pudgy Penguins? So now surpassed that low. We'll see if we get a retest and then a continued move higher to that downside. But looking at 72.2k would put us at, let's have a look. $1.2k in profit. That's where that 130 or 40 million liquidity sits. Well, I mean, you can see the effect that the US market has just had on Bitcoin. We've pushed that price down very, well, quite a lot actually. From 73.133k to now 72.9k. We are coming close to your stop loss at 72,750. $420 in profit, but obviously we have to see that continuation. Let's have a look on flow. What have we got? Everyone is leaning bearish. You get whales bearish, mid very bearish, and then retail is also bearish. I think the selling pressure is still there, but it is slightly. The buyers are slightly pressing back, though. You can see. I feel like RSI needs to come back within a nice level to continue that move to the downside. Currently we're at 29 and we have got a inverted hammer candle there. Could we be getting a reversal right now? We did get a gravestone doji there, and I believe now there's a hammer candle, is it? We're still getting pushed even further. We're nearly at this, well, we're nearly at the low of 7. Your stop loss, LA Vision, your stop loss is about to get hit, bro. You said 72,750. Currently we're at 70. Well, we made a low of 72,726. Let's have a look if we continue lower. I mean, if we continue lower, then obviously we'll most likely continue to that 72,200. If not, then we'll most likely be coming in for a push to the upside. But we'll see, we'll see. We've got some rejection there. So could this be a move towards the upside? We'll see. We've not got a clear indication that it is, but we are slightly leaning to it, but it still could be obviously just a small rejection from those lows that we have here. You can see we've been rejected again here, here again, here again. But the thing is, at this level, there's been very sharp rejections. Like, look at the move to that downside, and then a big move to the upside. A relatively slow move to the downside, but then a big, a larger move to the upside. Here, it's been relatively average, but then we've had some pressure building and then a huge push towards the upside. So judging from that, could we actually come in for a long position right here? I mean, out of those, well, 1, 2, 3, 3 times we've seen the exact same move. So what's actually going to make this different? I don't think the buyers are still in control. It looks like sellers do still have that control of the price. But we are slightly leaning to that upside. We're about to cross over on the MACD indicator there. Still coming even lower. So I am going to exit those positions, as it does look like we are shifting to the upside. All indicators kind of suggest right now that we are leaning to the upside, which is obviously not good for our short position. I'm going to exit that and I'm going to come in directly for a long position straight away. We'll come in for silver, and we'll also come in for Pudgy Penguins. That's unless we obviously continue even lower, which will be very bad, very bad. We'll be so cooked if we continue lower. I was lucky my stop loss didn't trigger. Well, that's good, because we've only made a low, well, we've made a low 72.772k right now. I mean, just judging from those previous 3 times, I did think price was going to continue that upside move. So, I mean, we've obviously made a low here, we've made a low here as well, and made a low here. So, all those 3 times, we've obviously seen a push heavily back up to the upside. Well, especially in this area, we came to a high of 73.5k. Now, we do seem to be wanting to break to that downside, but yeah, we'll actually see what happens. Ideally, right now, we want to be seeing a push from the buyers. And we've surpassed that low now. And I think you've been stopped out as well. Oh my days. It's cooked. It's so cooked. The market right now is just... I feel like if I ask anyone who actually trades, they'll probably say the same thing. Maybe we've just created a new low, but we haven't obviously surpassed that low, which is not yet up for grabs, but we'll see. There we go. We've had a big aggressive move from the buyers now. We are seeing some slight rejection though. We are seeing some slight rejection. XLM. What? Stellar is pumping hard right now. I don't think we've got Stellar on Everdex actually. No, we don't. I'm not even familiar with Stellar actually. Let me have a look. Or Stellar Lumens, a cryptocurrency protocol which allows transactions between a pair of currencies. The Stellar protocol is supported by the non-profit Stellar Development Foundation, which was founded in 2014. So, yeah, I mean, it is pumping. It's pumped a lot actually today. It's up 24%. I mean, in the last 6 months, it's down 19.15, and today it's seen a massive jump from about, really what, $13 a share, is it? Up to nearly 18, which is crazy. What are we looking like? A magnet for 75,400 and a magnet for 72,200. So yeah, the market right now is in a very big, well, we've got magnets for the upside, magnets for the downside, so I feel like we'll need a catalyst as well. I feel like the fear factor kind of has more strength in its own side, because people are going to be more worried about their money being lost, whether hoping that obviously we see a change in price. So yeah, I mean it's kind of not too good. So 75.k is where we have that biggest cluster, and 72.7k, well, 72.2k. So Bitcoin dumped to 72.7k this morning, liquidating at 557 million shorts. Oh my days. And that's 1.02 billion crypto liquidations in the past 24 hours alone. Oh, what is going on? What is going on in the markets right now? Someone please tell me. It's not looking good whatsoever. That price is slowly coming back up, but we're seeing rejection upon rejection. It looks like we're building maybe some... oh, there we go. That's a nice move. Let's have a look at all the other trades. I mean, this is a good position to be coming obviously higher, but yes, it's a risky zone. It's a very risky zone. There we go. Buyers are pushing back very nicely. Buyers are pushing back very nicely. But then sellers could also push that price right back down. But we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. We're in a nice bit of profit, but we need to see that that continuation. So a nice move right now would be generating some higher highs, higher lows. So right now, this is what I want to see, and all the way back up. That is currently exactly what I want to see. Right guys, I'm going to leave that position just there, and I will be back in about 5 minutes. So, what have we got going on? That price has slowly come back in. But the positive thing is it's made a high that is higher, which is really nice. Suey and Pudgy Penguins are somehow slightly behind, which is a little bit concerning. I don't know why though. I would have expected them to continue that move towards the upside. Yeah, so they've come just... so what I'm expecting from them now will obviously be a higher high, let's say in about 0.9176 range. That is what I'm looking for. But maybe Bitcoin has other plans or not. We're still continuing to that upside. Slowly but surely we are still continuing that move towards the upside. So pretty much Pudgy Penguins and kind of everything else has to catch up. What do you think about Cardano now that the whales hold 67% of total supply? What could happen in the future? Well, in the future for what? Overall, or? I mean, future overall, I mean, we're getting better and better by the day. Technology-wise, there's new developments happening all around the world. We've got the Clarity Act coming very, very soon. I believe it's the 4th of July. Let me have a look. Yeah, so I believe it was the early of June, July, something like that. So obviously, we'll have a lot more sense within the markets themselves. I believe the whales will start pumping. This could be actually another like 2022 year that we've had, where most people actually made their money. But right now, everyone's kind of nervous, skeptical, and so on. But yeah, right now, I think it's going to be good. So we are slowly continuing that move towards the upside. Let's have a look. So, whales are still very bearish, mid is bearish, retail slightly bearish. But we do need to surpass that previous high, which would be very, very good. So I mean, with that question, I'd expect, well, we can have explosive reactions in both sides. Obviously, downside, upside. As 67% is a very, very high percentage to be holding all of that. So we can definitely, well, by the looks of it for Bitcoin right now, we've failed to surpass the previous high, which is just so not good. Let's have a look at those positions. Question is, are we going to continue even lower or not? Like, the market is very, very tense right now. But are we going to surpass that low? Let me know what you guys think. Looks like we've got some rejection there. Like, trading in these markets right now is just so tense. So intense. It seems price is trying to get out of this kind of zone that it's in. And it has successfully reached it. I mean, right now, if obviously there's more pressure towards the downside, well, that's what it looks like anyway. So you can see we've actually failed to surpass that previous peak in this area. So what I would be expecting is a peak, let's say maybe in about this kind of range where we have 72,920. So as soon as I exit that trade, the price starts coming down. Fantastic. Fantastic. I love it. I love it so much. I mean, this kind of just signals a deeper move for the downside. The liquidity is sat at, was it 72.7k? I know it was 72.2k, but 72,342. Looking in the 3-day. Yeah, there's a lot of liquidity in the upside though still. 407 million. 474 million actually. But now looking the 12-hour time frame, we can definitely aim for 72.2k. I mean, there's no chance we're gonna not get that liquidity now, surely. I've gone for a pretty big position there on Ethereum, sorry, on Bitcoin actually. 72, 200, 70. Look how jumpy that price is. Oh my days. Wow. This to me looks like a fake out right now, and we will get a continuation. So volatile, so volatile. It's actually insane. Most Iranian proposals accepted in talks. Source. Yeah, tensions are getting even worse. We're at 95. It's at a severe level right now. But yeah, like I said, I'm expecting that price to continue pushing to that downside. To get that liquidity sat at 72.2k. There's no clear reason as to why I would see a shift towards upside. Everything has been bad today. Literally everything has been bad. So yeah, most of that liquidity now sits in that downside at 72.3k, which is pretty interesting to see. So I am heavily leaning towards that downside now. So once price gets to that level for Bitcoin, then I will be obviously closing that SUI trade as well momentarily. So we are looking pretty good for that downside push. We'll see some rejection, like, you know, it's completely normal. That is crazy. What is going on? There's no way. There's no way. Oh no, that's it. We're done. We are done. Nah, that was so bad. What even was that? Like, look at this. Look at the size of that move. From 72.59k to 73.2. Oh my days. So nearly a 1k move in the space of under 3 minutes. Oh my god. That was insane. That was insanely bad. I've got no mouse anymore. Something's wrong with this thing. We just got absolutely cooked. Oh my days. Yeah, that movie's insane, honestly. I can't even look at it. I cannot even look at it. Question is, are we actually gonna come in for that liquidity that we had in the downside, or not? What do you think? And what do you guys think? US Treasury yields fall after Axios report US and Iran reach deal to extend ceasefire. But needs Trump okay. Yield on 10-year Treasury notes last down 2.8 basis points at 4.453%. So why was I not informed on that? I mean, that was 1 minute ago though. Iran reached 60-day MOU ceasefire and nuclear talks pending Trump's final approval. I mean, that could be. That could just. This to me looks like a retest right now. So a continued push is what I would kind of be looking for right now. Yeah, all we're getting now is news news about the ceasefire looking to be extended. Are those are those news going to catch up, or are we going to see a continuation to that downside? I mean, we've been getting everything positive right now. Oil tumbles on deal breakthrough. Let's have a look. So why are we not seeing Bitcoin pushing? See a big dump for the oh yeah. Wait, so are we late to the party? Bruh. So that move has already happened. Great. But I mean, I'm still expecting the obviously price to come for the upside for Bitcoin. Say if we go 75k, 1k profit. Today the market volatility is higher. If you use this, even a small leverage can become a very yeah. I mean that's exactly what we saw. We got absolutely cooked on that trade. Well, I've been getting cooked for 2 days now. Oh, this is crazy. But yeah, that trade absolutely grilled us. 637 and 1.3k. Oh my god. Trump live. Is Trump live? No, he's not. Yeah, tensions are lower now actually. But like I said, I'm still expecting that price to continue to the upside. So right now, it would be nice for the price to actually come up above and reclaim that 75k. But I've got a feeling we might not even get there, but we'll see. If tensions actually start easing up, we actually get ETF flows, you know, starting to come more and more into the market. Then I believe we'll get some. We'll get a push back up for that price. So let's have a look. Yeah, there's still huge amounts of ECF flows coming out. Now, looking in the 24-hour time frame, let's have a look. 168 million for 73.7k. Price is still dumping to that downside though. Still dumping to that downside. Selling pressure is still pretty high. 530. So we've not got any vital news hitting the market. Well, anytime soon. So the upside does seem to be kind of where we are kind of leaning to. Whales are extremely bullish, mid is neutral, and retail is also neutral but leaning more bullish though. Mid is also leaning to the bullish side, but yeah, whales are extremely bullish right now. Like I said, I'm still expecting that move towards the upside. Most of the liquidity is moved now from the downside to the upside, and 160 million is quite a bit of liquidity, so it's a pretty big chunk. So I believe we will come back up to that liquidity that we've got at 73,746.13. So we're coming actually up to 170 million. So that amount of liquidity is definitely a magnet for the price. And you can see more positions have actually built in the upside now. Looking in the 74 region again, so we've got 74.5k-ish and things like that. So it's looking pretty nice. You can see the push that we've got right now. What is this song, man? Have you ever had a dream that you could do anything? That's that prime meme times. Vine, that was the Vine era. That was the Vine era. That was a good time to be alive. If you've missed it, you missed out. But anyway, Bitcoin is slowly picking up that momentum for the upside again. Most of the liquidity does sit in the upside, like I said. 160 something million, 168 million, pushing to 170. There's 134 on the downside. So as market sentiment has just shifted, we've got a very positive headline, and more headlines are coming out from obviously news sources that things are getting better and Trump just needs that final okay. Then, well, I mean, if the war actually does end, I believe we'll see a massive pump in the market for Bitcoin, because, well, I mean, that would be absolutely sensational. But right now, it's like a 50-50, but we are looking more on the positive side. So I believe this whole massive move was a result of all that news. Maybe we're coming too late. Yeah, somehow the market started, moving to the upside before we actually got any news really, which is pretty interesting. So 80% of you don't think we're going to go to 72.2k, whereas 20% think we're going to go to. Well, I mean, now I'm actually looking towards the upside even more. So about 75k region is where we are kind of looking for right now. So let's have a look. Yeah, we're still not seeing that pump for Bitcoin. I was expecting a move towards the upside, well, right about now actually, but we've not got that just yet. Question is, are we going to see a push towards that liquidity in the downside first, and then potentially a move towards the upside? Well, that is obviously still to be determined right now. You can see we've got pressure from the buyers. Liquidity is still in the upside. 165 million. Let's have a look at the ETF flows. Have we got any? Ooh, we're looking in these zeros. Oh, that's the last 90 days. Well, I mean, zeros is not good. Last week we got 1.2 million. We've got a slight inflow, but then the daily total net inflow is down 733 million. That's not bad. That is not bad. Yeah, it's looking a bit. It's looking slightly better though, which is a good sign. Sui is pushing to the upside though, as you can see. Well, spoke too soon maybe. Let's have a look. Looks like Bitcoin is slightly compressing though. You can see that by the size of those candles. So I am expecting a move to that upside. So it looks like the sellers have lost that momentum right now. And you can see buyers are building it up and will most likely get a big push towards that upside again. I did think this was going to be a slight retest and we're going to get a continuation, but that's not what we got. Let's see if this is the actual move that I was looking for. Yeah, make sure you guys check out Everdex though. Amazing platform. I've been trading on it for many months. So we've got stocks, we've got crypto, we've got forex coming in the near future. So you'll be able to trade Euro, US dollar, yen, New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar, anything you want to trade will be on there. We've got meme coins, Pepe, Fartcoin, gold, silver, oil, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tesla, S&P 500, ETF, Optimism. There's so many things you can trade on here. We've also got prize pools, chances to win an iPhone, AirPods, Apple Watch, and many things. So check that link in the description below and that will take you directly to Everdex. So we've still got a massive chunk of liquidity at 73.7k. So if we reclaim that level, I think we'll be looking more on the 75k. And if we reclaim 75, then we'll still be continuing higher and higher. Maybe we are pushing towards that liquidity in the downside first. It could be. we're slowly continuing that move to the downside, but like news-wise, we're not really getting much. Thing is, like, we're seeing nicer things, obviously, in the media right now, but somehow price is still continuing to that downside, which is very strange. Very, very strange. Axios reports the US and Iran have reached a MOU deal. Trump reportedly wants a few days to think it over. Details, let's have a look. So, ceasefire extended through a formal memorandum of understanding. A 60-day window will open to negotiate Iran's nuclear program. Shipping through the Strait of Hormuz stays unrestricted during this period. US Navy lifts its blockade as commercial shipping returns. Iran commits to not pursuing a nuclear weapon. Nuclear issues get discussed first in the 60-day window. US agrees to talk sanctions and releasing frozen Iranian funds. A mechanism to help Iran receive goods and humanitarian aid. US stock markets are surging to fresh record highs on the news. Yes, sir. So that is very, very good news, and that was literally a minute ago. So I'm hoping. Wait a minute. Oh, that was 13 hours ago. So about 12 hours ago, we obviously saw America bombing Iran again, which was pretty crazy. Price is still coming to that downside though. I mean, right now, like I said, market sentiment is getting a lot better. So we can see, obviously, the news we've been getting are pretty good. Still 81 on the global tension level.
Offering political risk insurance to any tankers operating in the Gulf. So we're putting up risk insurance. We'll perhaps go alongside of them. think it'll be necessary if it is. And if they do anything, the price will be incalculable. It will be so great that they will have wished they never did it, because you have to keep the straits flowing. Well, 32,000 protesters over the last 3 weeks. They put out a memo 2 days ago saying, if you protest, we will shoot you and kill you in the streets. And 32,000 source of oil.
I don't think any of these are actually live, because some are in some location, others are in another location, so I don't think anyone is kind of live. Well, Trump's definitely not live right now. So yeah, that's that. So. Right, so pretty much that whole movement, what we saw from the market was pretty much this whole move. That was the news that came in for obviously that ceasefire agreement. So now it's been like 60 days. So now we've actually reached this level. So you can see we've been rejected from that level multiple times. Here, there, here again, and here again. So potentially we are looking towards 73.4k right now. Now at 73.4k, we can definitely expect some more resistance. So that is where we could be exiting our position unless we get a break through that level. Great, I've been suspended. Why have I been suspended? So many rejections actually from this current level that we have. So if I were to just show you, let's see if we are. No, we are still suspended for some reason. I'm not sure why, but we are. I might have to end it there because I've been suspended like twice in this live. I don't know why. This happens like every now and then. Maybe it's because of some kind of sound or song or whatever. Yeah, sometimes it gets, I don't know, somehow suspended, but yeah, that's how it is. But it's we'll give it a couple more minutes. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll keep that trade on so you guys can see. Right guys, that will be it for today's session. I can't seem to get this screen off, so yeah, I'll see you all in the next one if you can hear me. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all